Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, everyone, with another manga chapter review on Jinrou game Crazy Fox. This is going to be on the 7th chapter on it. Pretty good chapter, may I say. Really opened up to where I think the next possible victim might fall into. I could be wrong, but I think I know who the next victim will be. Or it's between two people. Now, before anything I say, there's a few things. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. There is a goal that I'm trying to reach this month, which is 3,300. Hopefully you guys can get me there pretty soon. I really appreciate your love and support. Also guys, if you have not done so by now, go check out the first 6 chapters on this series. It's a great series. I'm hoping to finish reviewing this one as soon as possible, so you'll probably see more of these chapter reviews in the next few days. But anyways, the 7th chapter is a great one, but I do want to warn you guys, there's a spoiler alert, so I don't want you guys to feel like you were gypped out of the information or the glory of reading it yourself. So you have been warned. I will talk about the 7th chapter in some detail, so spoiler alert, leave this video if you don't want to know what happens. Okay. Mori-san, the main character, she basically goes and looks for her boy crush, and her boy crush is he's essentially sitting outside in what seems to be maybe a balcony. I could be wrong. It seemed like it was a balcony, but he's there, Takegawa, and they start talking. They start interacting with one another, and essentially what happens is she first, it's very awkward. She doesn't want to talk. She just kind of is making small talk with him, like, well, I was here just because I was wondering where to eat, and he's like, well, you can eat here, or you can eat my sandwich. And anyways, it all turns into then him questioning her, why did you choose me? If you are the spiritualist, why did you choose me? And she I guess puts one and one together and says, okay, he probably is a villager, and she needs to know what to say. She says, you know, it's not so much that I was afraid of you, it's that I wanted you, you seem so nice and honest, I wanted you to be on my side. So I just checked you out and see if you were going to be a werewolf or not. So I guess he's convinced. There's 2 werewolves that are clearly Kentaro, which by the way is a boy. I didn't realize it was a boy. And then the other werewolf, Yuki, is a girl. They're both essentially the werewolves, but there's supposed to be a 3rd one, so he can still be a werewolf. But I could be wrong. Anyways, they go on and keep talking, and she shares about her life. Now, her life, there's something weird about it, and I think we're gonna figure out who is behind all these killings eventually in this series, because she says, you know, I was raised with my mother and my new father, and even though I love my first dad, my real dad, my mom said that I really needed to learn how to love my stepdad, and I used to always get in trouble, and my dad would punish me greatly. Now, we don't see how he punished her, we just see a wet hand. I really hope that signifies blood and not something else where he went and raped her, because she's talking about her being in 3rd level of elementary, which, you know, would put her at around maybe 8-9 years old. And that just would be, I mean, it would be horrible if that is what they're implying. She just keeps sharing her story and opening up with Takegawa. Anyways, and essentially they have a conversation, and they're interrupted by another girl. Now, we haven't seen this girl much other than the beginning. Sumida-san, or also known as Anna. She is very dark skin. I wouldn't say she looks black, but she looks like a Hispanic girl. She comes in, interrupts them, and says, hey, I came here to get Takegawa and see if he wanted to help us look around the building, and she helps him clean up his sandwich mess and stuff like that, and she gets close to him, physically. And when she leaves, Takegawa and Mori-san have a short conversation, and Mori-san kind of asks him, are you close to her? Are you friends with her? And he's like, well, not really. And it's left like that. He then leaves to go help her out with looking around the building, and we see Mori-san basically have an evil face, freaking out. Now, there's two people that I think will be voted, or will be try to be voted in. One is Sumida Anna, because Sumida now is in the bat list of Mori-san. Mori is probably gonna want to kill her or get her killed off because she's jealous. She wants Takegawa to know that she is destined to be with him, even though that no matter how the game ends, one is gonna die. They can't end up together. She's a fox, he's a villager. She will end up either being the victor of the entire game, or he will be part of the victor of the villagers and she dies. So either way, there's just no getting out of it. They're not gonna end up together. And the other one is she really wants Joe, which is the black guy. She wants Joe to be voted out as well. He's another one that she's suspicious about, being the spiritualist, so she really wants him to be removed. So we haven't reached a voting. It's weird. Usually in series like this one, the voting goes fast, but they're really building up on the character of Mori, and I actually appreciate that. I appreciate that because the previous Werewolf stories, there were 3 volumes, and it seems like almost every other chapter, if not every chapter, they would kill someone off because, there's 18 chapters, and they had 12 people, 13 people in there. So, the killing pretty much was intense in those previous stories. So we'll see what happens with Sumida or Joe Miller in this series, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be killed off at one point, and it's going to be on Mori's conscious hands. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have not done so by now, make sure you do subscribe to my channel. There is a goal for me to be reaching 3,300. We're not that far, so get me there, guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. If you want to join the Discord, it is open for everyone and anyone. Let's talk about anime there and mangas. And thank you again, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.